Hello, Old School Gamer 1971 here, greetings one and all, especially to you, Millie and Lloyd. Today, my third hour thoughts is on Bendy and the Ink Machine. Been playing this game for around 3 hours, and this is what I think. Bendy and the Ink Machine by Joey Drew Studios. It's a horror game that came to the PlayStation 4 in 2018. Nope, it isn't, but it does have a sequel on mobile. The game itself originated as a 5-part episodic game on PC. It is rather good, as all the parts are here on this disc. Okay, so this is a bit complicated. So, Joey Drew Studios are actually Kindly Beast, who were founded by the Meatley and Mike. The name, Joey Drew Studios, is the name of the animation studio in the game. Kindly Beast are based in Ontario, Canada. This has been the most successful game by far, and being honest, it would be kinda dumb if they don't make a successor to this game. You play as Henry Stein, a retired animator who returns to his old studio from the 1930s, Joey Drew Studios. You see what they did there? He returns after receiving a letter from his old employer. When he first gets there, it is empty. After finding the ink machine and starting it up, he suddenly finds himself surrounded by nightmare cartoon creatures made from the ink from the printer. Varying in size, big ones you really can't kill at the beginning of the game, you must find out what is going on here and escape. I don't really want to ruin anything else, but there is more to be found here. So is this Bendy and the Ink Machine, or is it Curvy and the Pink Baked Bean? The first thing to hit you between the eyes is the amazing art style. I will admit it's simplistic most definitely, but striking at the same time. The first person aspect makes this quite a novel game, especially on PlayStation 4. I can't think of any games like this in this genre on the PlayStation 4. At first the enemies might seem a little simplistic, but the animation is quite good nonetheless. When I started playing this, I didn't feel that it could have a sort of creepo factor to it, but somehow it most certainly does. I can't recall a game like this in recent memory, not in graphics or otherwise. It is pretty much a 2-colour palette. It gives it those old animation looks to the proceedings. They use light to great effect in this game. The sound fits this game rather well, one of those ones that grows on you in time. Not that I didn't like it at the beginning, just that I liked it more as time went on. I like the tape recorders laying around, they give you some background story and some clues. The voice actors are really good here also. As well, the ambient sound does a really good job of keeping you on edge. The squelching and sloshing sounds are disgustingly brilliant, especially with the headphones. The music does a good job of emphasising moments. This isn't always a give me in gaming. It should be, but it isn't. For me, it's the little touches that make this game. Musical instruments just laying around that you can just press the action button and it sort of makes a noise. The projector sounds, even pressing play on the tape recorders, it all sounds so authentic and shows a great attention to detail in this game. This is a tidy, tight and enjoyable game. It doesn't do nothing new, but what it does competently in the gameplay department. The controls are easy to use and responsive. It makes it a game that I want to play. I like how you can play some darts or play pool. It's not like something you can play with any sort of skill with proper aiming or anything like that, but it is a nice touch nonetheless. The puzzles are never too taxing, but can still make you scratch your head. Something I like is if you pause the game, it tells you what to do next. The combat is okay, don't get me wrong, I have not found anything challenging in combat, but there are enemies, big buggers, that you have to run away from. This does have a pretty good atmosphere. It is a bit creepy at times. The graphics and sound do a good job of that. With small cast, inner monologue and cartoony graphics, to some it might seem an uphill struggle. How does it overcome this? It is by the ambient sound and a well put together game. Plenty to do and not too large a map. This game drew me in and I can't really tell you why. I guess in a way it's because they got so much right and nothing of note wrong. The art style is striking, it is very quirky, and to me it puts it right up there. And the bit where the bigger enemies come at you, you know, the ones that you can't choppy, really makes this a solid atmosphere. Definitely, this has originality and is well paced. As well, a big shout out goes out to Lloyd. He always seems to pick outstanding games. And while some of you might see this as not quite a game, you know, as in Call of Duty nor Battlefield, in fact you might even say graphically it is nowhere near, but would argue that looking at this, I wouldn't want it any other way. It has all 5 episodes the PC had here in one package. I paid around £12 on disc. If graphics matter a lot, if they have to look more human than human, don't bother with this. However, if you can get beyond it, there is a really good game in here. A lot of my last few games was done and dusted in the first 3 hours. This was 3 hours plus of play and I made it to chapter 3. And whilst I could have made it a little further in the time I had I have done it slightly quicker, I know I couldn't have finished the game. I do hope one day we get a sequel. So Bendy and the Ink Machine, it most definitely is. So that about wraps it up. I hope you all have a good day. If this has been helpful in any way, please like, comment, share and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and makes an old man very happy. I post new videos every week. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Old School Gamer 1971 signing off.